right. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Kia ora koutou, and welcome to Taskmaster New Zealand. My name is Jeremy Wells, and I'm sitting on this awe-inspiring golden throne because thanks to some potentially career-ending photographs that I have of certain TVNZ executives, I am the Taskmaster. Sometime in the past, I asked 5 comedians to degrade themselves on tape for my pleasure. Tonight, we're going to watch some of those tapes to find out who, if anyone, deserves to win this, a trophy of my head made from lead paint and pure asbestos. In the running for this incredible prize is our incredible cast. Baba! Guy Henwood! Karen O'Leary! Mel Bracewell! And Ray O'Leary! And by my side is a man whose determination to one day earn my respect never ceases to make me laugh. It's Paul Williams.
Thanks, Jeremy. I actually did just want to take a second just to clear something up because someone told me that there's an account on Instagram that looks exactly like me and has my name and it's messaging people trying to sell them Bitcoin. And I just wanted to say that that is in fact me. Please buy my Bitcoin. It's been a really hard year.
Tell us about our prize task tonight, Paul Williams.
Sure thing, Jeremy. For this episode, our contestants have been asked to bring in the best thing that reminds them of home. Whoever wins the episode will take home all 5 things.
Let's start with Guy Henwood.
In the words of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I hope you've got your funderwear on.
Is that a direct quote?
It feels like something you'd say.
Okay, yeah.
Because this makes me feel fun. It is a Japanese happy jacket. And it's what people wear when they're feeling a bit down. So you put that on and it makes you feel happy. That combined with a good pair of funderwear and you've got a good time. And a surprised courier.
Ray, what did you bring in?
I brought in my landlord.
I know your landlord.
You know...
He used to be my English teacher.
Yeah, he's a teacher. He's a retired teacher, yeah.
It's John Warner.
Yeah, oh, that's not to say his name.
Look how happy he is to take your money.
Karen, what did you bring in?
Funnily enough, it's not dissimilar to Ray's prize, because when I thought about home, I thought about people. I've got a son, but he's too young to appear on the show, but also I've got a lovely partner. So I made her a replica of our home, and I got her to put it on. So that's what reminds me of home, Eilish with her head in the roof. But obviously, whoever wins tonight, you guys have got one good night with the cardboard box.
Baba, what did you bring in that reminds you of home?
What I brought is this.
Some sticks.
So that's it. Yeah, Islanders are not here. Yeah. So this is a salu. So you'll find this in every single Samoan home. This is basically a sweeper. I used it for the first time when I was little, and I remember being like, holy it's mean. Like, it gets dust and spiderwebs that a vacuum can't get. It's also a very good tool to get beat up with.
Are you telling me that salud picks up dust?
I don't know what, it's like magic. You go like that, and just all the shit comes forward that you don't know was there before, like meth.
So it's good for finding all that random meth around the house and beating people up with.
Mel, what did you bring in?
When you think of memories, what is the sense that evokes the most amount of memory?
The smell of...
Yes, correct. The smell. I thought of the smell of my childhood, which is beer. And so I've turned that into a fragrance.
What?
That is beer in a perfume bottle. It's been quite good because I've been living in Australia for quite some time, and then I just have to go, oh, Dad, you know?
Well, I need to judge these. I'll give you 1 point, Mel, because you could have just got a bottle of beer rather than chucking it in a perfume thing and just... You can just whack it on yourself.
Damn it, I genuinely did just bring in beer. And then at the last minute, I was like, oh, that's so boring. I'll put it in a perfume bottle. And that's me.
2 points for you, Bubba, with your magic
But
salu.
it's a magic salu.
And that's why it gets 2 points. 3 points for you, Karen. And I'm going to go 3 points for you as well, Ray, with John Warner. And then 4 for Di for his jacket. Happy jacket. Why don't we dive into a proper task and see what these guys are really made of?
Good idea, Jeremy. First task, let's hope they don't blow this. Hello, Bubba.
Hello, you.
Once again, lovely to see you.
Likewise.
Hey, Paul.
Hello, Karen.
Balloons. I used to do balloon twisting.
What could you make?
Dog. One time a kid asked me for a scorpion. That was hard.
Oh no,
Why'd you say, oh no?
I'm really bad at blowing up balloons. Get as many balloons on the desk as you can. Oh no.
Each balloon must be blown up, have a face, and a name.
If a balloon falls off, you must get on your knees and mourn it before placing it back on.
Most balloons on the desk after 10 minutes wins. My time starts.
Hold on. I've got a question. Can I glue it to the desk?
Finish reading the task, please. No,
Your time starts
So, blow up balloons, give them faces and names, and then grieve them if they fall off the table. A classic Taskmaster task. Who's first?
It's Karen Blow Airy. Quite a small balloon.
That makes sense, doesn't it? Because, you know, I don't have to use as much lung power.
Okay. I noticed they don't have faces.
I've got a system. Blow first. Always blow first. I better start putting some faces on, eh? That's Paul. It's Anthony. There's Anne. Steve. Why does that one want to go away?
She has a name. 50 seconds.
Violet.
35 seconds.
Terry. Oh.
Mourn them, please. You've got 20 seconds left.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're on the thing, Grace. But I still can't. They're just going to blow off again.
7 seconds.
Oh, I'm really sad that fell off. I'm so apologies. It is a waste of my time.
That doesn't count.
Skills. No, that was good to count. That was such a good trick.
I will admit it
Oh,
was
okay.
skills,
Yeah, well, then-
but it doesn't count.
You were a little bit impressed.
I was extremely impressed. You happy with that?
No. I didn't look up and I didn't see that sign saying the fans are going to turn on in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And had I seen that, I would have done something differently.
Ah, yes. Yes. How did you feel, Karen, when the fans came on?
I felt disheartened and windswept.
How many balloons did Karen end up with on the desk?
So 4.
You're not telling me that blue amazing stomp kick that went onto the table shouldn't have counted? Thank you, whoever that was. The people have spoken.
No, I think 4 is fair.
Okay. Let's watch Di, Mel, Bubba try fill rubber balloons with air.
Here's some tape. It's going to help it, stop it from falling off.
Work hard, not smarter, Paul.
Isn't it the opposite?
What did I say?
I think you said work harder, not smarter.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
Does that first balloon have a name?
Yep, Jared.
And what about that one?
Paul.
This is Paul.
Who's that named after?
Paul Ego.
This one's called Leo, and I'm gonna call the other one Michelangelo, right? Oh no! For my fallen soldiers, I mourn you and I love you.
Blake, Amy, Genesis, Susie, Lance, Angel, Jared, Paul.
What's Angel's story?
She's pastor's daughter.
You've got 4 minutes 20.
All of these girls are called Jess.
What about this one?
This one's called Jessica.
30 seconds.
Don't know why I wasn't working at this pace.
It's got a bit windy in here, right?
I'm so sorry, Jess. I'm so sorry, Jess. Jess, I'm so sorry.
Anthony, you know, I love you, my friend.
15 seconds.
Jess, I'm so sorry. I knew there was some shit going on.
What's your name? Lucy? You always have my heart. I love you to the stars. Charlie, absolute legend, my man. Tennille, I mourn your loss and sorry to see you go. Tulsi, these things happen, but I've got your back. I'll see you in the universe. Tino Fa'asu Malawi didn't even make it on.
You happy with that?
Hell yeah. I knew you can do something like that.
Happy with that? Happy with that? I finally don't feel stupid.
How did you guys know to use tape when you didn't know about the fans?
Well, it just eliminates the possibility of it falling on the floor
I
at
trusted
any
my
point.
balloon balancing skills.
And you shouldn't have.
Fair call.
Di, did you ever manage to figure out where the wind was coming from? You didn't even seem to...
I was very deep just thinking about names. Was my main thing. I have my children were named there. Your wife, for some reason, was one of the balloons.
What did you said? I'm sorry for what happened.
Yeah, we can't go into that, but...
Barbara, the look on your face, that is the definition of a shit-eating grin right there. You were so happy with yourself.
I knew, because after that glitter incident, I was like, they're gonna try to trick me.
I'd like to just reinforce there was no trick with the glitter.
Yeah, okay.
So Di had 9 balloons on the desk at the end of the time. Bubba, 19. Mel, 26.
Great work.
Now that must mean that we've got one comedian left. And ever since you introduced this task, I have been looking forward to this person's attempt.
Famous for his lung capacity, it's Ray O'Leary.
I don't think I've ever blown up a balloon and tied it up before in my life. Is this good? Now to try and tie it up after having blown it.
Would you say that's blown up?
I would say it's blown in. How do you tie up a balloon? Do you twist the top?
You've never tied a balloon before?
I've never tied a balloon in my life. Okay, that just meant that they came undone. But it doesn't say I have to tie them. Okay, so that one's Jeremy.
You're scared that's going to fall off?
Yeah, I'm scared a balloon that's buoyant might bump into another balloon and fall off. Is there like a technique to blowing them up?
30 seconds.
Okay, I don't have time to figure it out. What's going... Oh, I see. Did any of them fall over? I don't think so, because they're all taped to the desk. I feel really good about that. I mean, it's the saddest kids' party you've ever seen.
So Paul and I always knew that there was a hidden challenge in that particular task in the form of some fans. What we didn't realise is that the challenge for you was going to be actually blowing up a balloon.
When do you meant to learn to blow up balloons?
It's just one of those things you learn, like walking, and sort of just, they generally come pretty naturally talking and, you know.
But you've seen me walk. Yeah. Do any of those count?
No.
No.
Come on.
Jeremy, what do you think? Do we accept raised balloons?
I think we should.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's just as horrific as that was to watch. The guy was trying to blow them up, some air in them, you know.
Yeah. So with raised balloons counting, that takes him to 14, which leaps him into third place. So that means 1 point for Karen, 2 for Di, 3 for Ray, 4 for Bubba, and 5 points for Mel Bracewell.
Paul, are we allowed a cheeky little peek at the scoreboard?
It's a 4-way tie currently. In joint first equal with 6 points, it's Bubba, Di, Mel, and Ray.
Wow. Okay. Paul, do we have another task loaded up?
We sure do, Jeremy. And please note that this task was filmed before the team task, so not everyone had met.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, you can come in. Oh, this way.
I'll come round this way.
It's a push.
Oh, is it a push?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up? I know these people.
Rank them from favourite to least favourite.
No, you can't say this supposed to do this one.
Yeah, okay.
He's getting drunk with power. Let me do whatever he wants. Little freak.
Become another contestant.
Best becoming of another contestant wins.
If you become the same contestant as somebody else, your points will be halved.
You must emerge through a door as your chosen contestant in 20 minutes.
Your time starts now.
Do you know any of the other contestants?
No.
Who's this?
Karen.
So obviously not familiar with the New Zealand comedy scene there, Bubba.
No. I didn't know anyone except I had met you.
Do you remember his name?
Whose impressions are we going to be blessed with seeing first, Paul?
They're the wise elders of season 4 of Taskmaster New Zealand. It's Di and Karen.
Di? He's way shorter than me.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Physically, me and Mel are, the same.
So far you've said Ray you think is too obvious and everyone will pick him?
Yeah, but maybe because of that, no one will pick him.
Right.
Bubba, I could pull off, but then that could go drastically wrong.
Tonight, Paul, I'm going to be Ray O'Leary.
Tonight, Paul, I'm going to be Melanie Bracewell. Hi, Paul. I'm Melanie Bracewell.
Hello, Mel.
Hello, my name's Ray O'Leary. The other day, a friend of mine asked me if I'd be interested in watching the sunrise, and I thought to myself that sounds like something that would be interesting to a moth.
I'm 6'2". I enjoy netball, and I'm quite a big deal in Australia.
Favourite food?
Coconut oil.
Straight coconut oil?
I panicked.
My favourite movie is What We Do in the Shadows.
That's interesting because Karen O'Leary, who's also on the show, she starred in that.
Yeah, I'm aware of that because she's my sister and my partner.
Biological sister?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys should be partners.
I'd like to say a shout out to the Silver Ferns and a big hoorah to the Southern Sting.
Are they your favourite teams?
Yeah, they're the teams I can remember.
And what are your parents' names?
I don't like to talk about my parents.
Okay, why is that?
We're estranged.
Oh, what happened?
I started going out with my sister.
And they didn't like that.
For some reason, no.
Thank you, Mel.
That's okay, Paul. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Di, are you still behind the door?
Maybe.
You can go now.
Thanks. Thanks, mate.
Very good. Karen, was it just easier to stay O'Leary?
Absolutely. I thought, stick with what you know. And also, again, I think we've got quite a similar kind of look.
Stick with what you know is why we've started dating.
Yeah.
Di, you toyed with the idea of impersonating Bubba, but then you said, no, I might get myself into trouble here. What was your thinking behind that?
Well, if we look at the history of blackface and we weigh up the pros and the cons, the cons tend to be 100%. So I thought, let's go with a tall white woman instead.
You seem to overlook quite a large part of Mel's persona, and that's her height. You remained at the same height, which is interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, I just focused on every other detail being picture perfect.
All right, who have we got next?
They're the spring chickens of Taskmaster New Zealand Season 4. It's Bubba, Mel and Ray.
Tonight, Paul,
I'm going to be...
diving.
Hello, Di.
Oh, hello, Jeremy. Excited to be here. Tonight on Team 2, we've got Ray O'Leary and Paul Williams. I'm more excited than a chihuahua who's ripping a slinky from underneath a grove. Gonna go punch a sleeping bag later.
Go the bloody Warriors!
Is the name Di short for something?
Yep, Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
And your middle name?
Really. First name, Duffin.
So what's your full name?
Duffin, Die Really Hard.
What's your favourite movie?
Oh, anything with the bloody Vodafone Warriors in it, I tell you what.
Did you break that umbrella?
Yep. Doesn't matter, I'm rich.
How'd you get so rich?
Just the greatest comedian alive in New Zealand.
In New Zealand?
Yep, Billy T. Schmilly Schnee.
Schmilly Schmee.
Yeah, Billy T. Schmilly Schnee.
What is this?
A jig.
A jig?
You know, I love to dance.
If you had to pick a contestant to impersonate, who would you pick?
I'd pick Melanie and I'd get on stilts. She's massive, she's a giant freak.
And you would make fun of that?
Whatever she does to make fun of me is now no longer offensive, because I've said she's a stupid little bitch freak.
I don't think you should say that kind of thing about Mel.
I'd love to stay and chat with you, but I've got a viewing.
A viewing?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Looking at some real estate.
Buying or selling?
Both.
You're buying and selling real estate?
Yeah. That's why I wear these suits.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got to go.
Thank you, Di.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Oh, God.
You okay, Di?
Yeah, I just had a growth spurt.
Bubba, first of all, you gave me a real sort of Provocateur, Māori elder sort of vibe.
Because I thought you were Māori, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can I just ask, Bubba, why was Di going to open homes? Do you think he's involved in real estate?
I don't know, I thought, what do people with money do?
I live in Avondale. Also, Ray, when did you think I looked like a used car salesman?
I didn't recognise at first that that was even you, Ray.
No. The role consumed me.
OK, I think all three Dis deserve 2 points each.
Is that pre-halved or post-halved?
Exactly what I was about to ask.
That's pre-halved.
OK.
Yeah, that's...
So 2 points halved, 1 point each.
Yeah, 1 point
Okay.
each. Di, 3 points for your Mel. It was basically you just had some women's clothes and a wig on, and the rest of it was just you. And then I reckon 4 for you, Karen, because I think that was the best impersonation was Ray. Well done. Paul, do you think it's time for another task?
Jeremy, asking me that has made me the happiest man in the world. I do.
Paul?
Ooh. I always knew Paul had the hots for me.
Oh, cute.
I'm presuming this is like a clue.
Quite romantic.
Am I missing it? Is this the task? Are we doing it?
This is what it's like to be loved.
Oh, there's... Oh! I guess we'll follow these.
Paul, you shouldn't have.
What do you want?
Will you take this task?
Yes, okay, 1,000 times yes.
Thank you.
Oh,
Get married?
You cannot marry Paul. Well, it's ridiculous. You know that's what I want.
best wedding wins.
You have 30 minutes.
Your time starts now. Will any of you marry me?
We need them to film it.
Oh, yeah.
When I was a child, I was at a dinner and I was singing the glass, and my friend was like, "Why are you doing the glass? Do you have an announcement?" And I told her I'm getting married to my hand. So maybe I could marry my hand.
Okay.
I'm going to need to get a plane from LA so that my partner can come here.
In 30 minutes.
Damn, my bride's falling apart.
Wait, I can marry myself. Hey, people do that.
Probably.
Yeah.
And where would you like to get married? Do you know?
I'm going to have a look. Can
Okay.
I scout? I'm location scouting.
Okay.
Lovely romantic task, this one. Whose beautiful ceremony do we have the honour of seeing first, Paul?
He's our only married contestant, so if you're Di's wife, avert your eyes. It's Di Henwood.
What would a dude in his mid-40s marry? I know what a dude in his mid-40s would marry. Some golf clubs. You see where I'm going with this? What do you reckon the chances are of getting Flow Rider here in 25 minutes?
Well, I assume he's probably in Florida.
If I can't get him here, can I play a Flow Rider song?
We probably can't afford a Flow Rider song, but we could get some royalty-free music.
I would love royalty-free Flow Rider.
Okay.
Ready all night. Tell him you're right now. Ready all night. Tell him you're right now.
We gotta put pistol in it. We gotta put pistol in it. We gotta put pistol in it. Put pistol in it. Put pistol in it. We gotta put pistol in it.
We gather here today to bear witness to the wedding of Shoshana and Di. They'll now do the vows.
I will be there through death, before death, and after death. I love you, Shoshana. Shoshana, sorry. Can I have the ring? Shoshana. Shoshana, sorry, it really does catch on the tongue. Will you take me to be your other half? And will you be my middy? Peace.
Did she agree?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Di.
See you later, Bob. Oh, you're heavy. Oh, it's just, sorry. This is just what happened to my first wife. Let's just put you there and let's just run another way.
Boy, there's a lot to unpack there, isn't there? You know, the worst thing was that as you left, you were saying to Shoshana, "You're a little bit heavy." Never a good line at a wedding. And then when Shoshana felt a bit, she just took off.
You know, sometimes you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, and you got to know when to run away.
Whose freaky wife or husband are we going to meet next, Paul?
You are hereby invited to the wedding of Karen O'Leary.
So can I get my partner on FaceTime?
If you want,
Yep.
and if they don't mind being involved.
It's marrying me. Why would you not want to be involved in that? Eilish! Yeah? You may start the music, please. Eilish, obviously, I'm very excited to be here today to marry you. You know, you're an amazing person, and I've actually written you a very special song. I do love you, I do love you, marrying today is what I will do. I do love you, I do love you, marrying today is what I will do. You make me so happy, make me smile every day, even though currently you live over in LA. I can't wait to be married to you for the rest of my life. Please, my darling Eilish, will you please be my wife? Will you take my hand in marriage?
I will.
Thank you. Now we can kiss.
Sorry.
That's good. More. Keep going.
Oh, sorry.
My bouquet. I've got to flow the bouquet. 3, 2, 1. Good! Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ooh, dangerous.
That was actually so sweet.
This is the same woman that you've offered up as a prize this morning.
Well, it's ironic it happens to be the same episode.
For some reason, it just felt a little bit more heartfelt than Di's.
I don't know. I mean, with a bit of Flow Rider, that would have been perfect.
Whose beautiful event are you going to awkwardly hover around next, Paul?
He's always worn a suit just in case this exact situation ever arose. It's Ray O'Leary.
Dun 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 dun. Oh no. Dun 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 dun. All right, we'll have to do it.
We gather here for the special day of Ray O'Leary
And Fenella.
and Fenella.
Fenella, I've loved you since the day we met, which was earlier today. We went on this hunting trip with this lion, which was is also my best man. And even though you got severely dismembered, you still look as beautiful as the day I met you, which was slightly before the dismemberment.
Does anyone object?
Oh, I blimmin' object. That's best man disfigured Fenella earlier today and at the hunting trip, and so that's why she's, and so this is a bad marriage. You understand the logic of why I'm objecting?
Because his best man dismembered the bride earlier in the day.
Yeah. No, honey, it's not true. Oh no, my loves, no. Beautiful and melodramatic wedding. Oh.
I would be genuinely surprised if we ever see anything shitter than that ever.
I don't think it was just as heartfelt as Karen's.
Can I just say, I was there on the day, and I'm actually impressed with how that turned out.
Who's next, Paul? Hopefully, it's a slightly happier one than Ray's.
It's time for a bubba bath.
Look at her go. Wow, absolute f***ing hottie. From the gutter to the block butter. Woohoo! Hello, me. Hi, I'm so glad you showed up.
We're gathered here today to witness the wedding of Bubba and Bubba. Please do your vows.
Cool, it's been cool as knowing you. My first memory of you is when we were at that house in Mangere and you burnt the garage down. Oh, that's when I knew I was in love with you. I think that we've come such a long way. It's been a pleasure being you, me.
Thank you, Bubba. Bubba, your vows, please.
Listening to your garage story just reminds me of all the things that we've been through. And after this, we got some beef soup and potato salad waiting at home. Yeah.
Bubba, you may kiss yourself.
Sweet.
You happy with that?
Kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Yeah, I'm pretty cold and wet. I don't know if it was worth it.
What a twist that was at the end, that the bath was full of water all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why I felt it.
She spent over half her time filling the
fully.
bath.
Has that always been a dream, not only to marry yourself,
Yeah,
but
wet
marry
dream.
yourself? All right, I need to see one more before I can score, Paul.
Sure thing, Jeremy. Here's Mel asking herself for her hand in marriage.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am a celebrity magician. Welcome to the wedding of Melanie Bracewell and her hand.
Make me proud, son. He better not break my young daughter's heart.
You may do your vows.
Handy, I've known I've always loved you since in high school when none of the boys were interested in me. You were always there. Melanie, I feel the same way. He's a better man than I'll ever be. Those are our vows.
Okay, does anybody object?
I object.
Is that celebrity singer-songwriter Taylor Swift?
Yes, it's me, Taylor Swift. She's always got my back. I saw Handy cheating on Melanie with Paul. Handy, you'd cheat on me with Paul, the celebrant/magician? You bastard! Paul, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, watch this.
That was the most impressive magic I've ever seen. That's good shit. This is the best wedding I've ever been to.
That was amazing. Great production. Really good.
See, Ray, that is how you do multiple characters. Right there.
Not one character was dragged along by a rope.
How did the hand that you were marrying have an affair with Paul without you knowing?
The magician would have used sleight of hand.
I chose my hand because when you're a woman in your mid-20s and you look at the men in the world, you do realise that your hand can do a better job most of the time.
You can also just look at other women. That's also a good thing.
All right, you've convinced me.
Well, to be honest, I think 2 of our contestants didn't get married.
Okay.
1 point for Mel, 1 point for Ray.
That's probably more than what I deserve.
Bubba in the wet bath, 3 points for you.
Thank you, Taskmaster.
Di, 4 points for you. And Shoshana, was it?
Oh, Shoshana.
And I feel it would be unfair not to give you 5 points, Karen, because you actually married someone that you...
Yeah, beautiful.
And the song was beautiful. Beautiful. We need to see what our scores are looking like for this particular episode, Paul.
It's a low-scoring affair, Jeremy. Out in first equal with 13 points each, it's Di and Karen.
All right, let's head upstairs for a famous Taskmaster live task. Can someone please explain what I'm looking at here?
Karen, would you please read this task?
I'd love to. Side with the Taskmaster. Paul will read aloud a statement and you must decide whether the Taskmaster would agree or disagree with that statement by standing in the corresponding bathtub. The person who correctly sides with the Taskmaster the most wins.
You ready?
Yep.
Italian food is overrated. Jeremy, 1 point for Di, Karen and Mel. Jam goes in the fridge.
Get your leg in.
Jeremy, 1 point for everyone. The people who stand up on planes should be allowed to get off first. Jeremy, a point for Mel, Bubba and Ray. Ray O'Leary's suit suits him.
Yeah, but that's what he thinks. Not what I love you.
1 point for everyone but Bubba. Black shoes with white socks is okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy, 1 point for Bubba and 1 point for Ray. Tea goes in before the milk. 1 point for Karen, 1 point for Mel, and 1 point for Bubba.
What kind of sicko doesn't think that? There we go. All of my opinions are laid bare. Should we go down and score the round? Come and take your seats and let's score the live task. So, there's someone that came first, there's a tie as well, and then there's someone that came last, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we go 1 point, 3 points, 5 points.
Okay, so 1 point for Di.
Yep.
3 points for Bubba, Karen, and Ray.
Yep.
And 5 points for Mel Bracewell.
Beautiful. Okay. Before we announce our winner for tonight, shall we look at the overall series scoreboard?
It's incredibly tight, Jeremy. There's only 8 points between last and first, but leading with 77 points, Melanie Bracewell.
Well, the race for my head is as exciting as ever, but enough about me. Who is tonight's winner, Paul?
The winner of episode 5 with 16 points. It's Karen O'Leary.
Congratulations, Karen. You are now the proud owner of Bear Perfume, 1 Japanese jacket, and 2 human beings. Please celebrate accordingly on stage. It's been a wild ride, but what did we learn? We learnt that Ray O'Leary has the lungs of a Victorian child labourer. And most importantly, we've learnt that Karen O'Leary is the winner of episode 5. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Ka kite.
For more Taskmaster, subscribe now.